Hi Greg, down at Leeds Golf Centre, just going to go through the lesson we've just had. So just generally looking at the first couple of swings, just working our way through them. If you can remember from the lesson, we kind of saw that we had quite a good athletic swing. We make good turns at it, do give it a good hit, but we also talked about a couple of the little problems that were in there, a little bit of lack of power. Kind of going to try and work out some of the areas that can cause some of the funny shots. So if you can remember from the start of the lesson, I drew like a little plane line in for you. If you can just see there. And we were looking at this sort of position that we get into when we get the club shaft parallel to the ground. So just about here, just before this area now. As you can see, just there. Kind of see that we're getting that club a little bit in behind the hands. So if I just quickly flick on to sort of Ernie Els, sort of down the line position, what I want from you is, well, obviously like I said before, we're going to be trying to match a lot of Ernie Els' positions in the swing because of just height similarities and stuff like that. A position I want you to try and get into is this one here. So as you can see there, we get your club a little bit in behind. I'll just put a couple of circles in there for you. You can kind of see that Ernie's club is inside the circle as well as the hands. So if we can get you into that sort of area in that start of the swing, we'll see some good shots being hit. So that's one of the first things to have a quick go on. We also worked on this sort of position at the top of the swing, as in the actual, if you remember, cylinder one, trying to work out a way of keeping this right knee a little bit more bent, just restricting that hip turn a little bit. So as you can see there, slightly straightened up, we get quite a lot of angle in that left knee. And we lose that sort of that coil of the swing. So again, we'll just wind Ernie up to the top of his swing. You can just see that kind of a little bit less of an angle in the left knee, a little bit more angle maintained in the right knee. So we can sort of work that position. You can sort of see hip line's pretty good, not a million miles away from what Ernie's is, but if we can maintain that position, maintain that sort of strength in the lower half, we'll hopefully see a little bit more distance sort of coming out of those shots that you actually hit. So just going off into sort of what you call the face on view. If I can find your video, where's it gone? Go on there. So looking at this one, the next sort of thing we're trying to work on was we're going to try and feel that we're going to get a little bit more neutral. A little bit more neutral over the ball, so trying not to get the hands length so far forward, because as we saw in some of the swings, we did some good swings, yet we still hit sort of like a pull and it sort of went off to the left. So if we can work these hands into slightly better positions. So I'm just going to sort of flick through sort of the last video we did and just sort of see how much of an improvement we kind of made. Let me just set the two screens up for you. Sort of change position a little bit on the camera, but you can see here we're starting to get this better shaft angle, slightly less lean, looking good there. So just swing it up to the top. You can see not too bad at that position, pretty good. The reason we really want to work this sort of lower half is just to try and get rid of this spinning left foot. If we can get rid of that, we should see some nice strikes. And as we saw, we had a couple of swings where we just ironed out a little bit and we actually hit some great shots. So it should be pretty good. Plenty of bits to work on, but fun bits to work on for sure. I think as you work these positions, we will see some good improvements in this golf swing. And just one more, just to get that little bit of a feel for that swing when it's ready. If we draw that plane line in again, we're looking for that halfway back position, trying to improve this gap we get between the club head and the hands, but also when we get left arm parallel, trying to get that club steeper, as we saw in Ernie's swing. Hope you enjoyed the lesson today, Greg. Give me a shout when you want to book the next one, and I'll see you then. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.